Last week in gaming, Thanksgiving is upon us, so I have put together a special episode featuring games I'm currently playing, games I'm thankful for, and even some of the Black Friday deals I think might be worth your while, along with some really good old-fashioned, good old bread and butter newsy news like I always do. Bread and butter does sound pretty good right now. I'm kind of hungry. Okay, it's time to get started, so here goes our main stories. It's been 84 years, but Kingdom Hearts 3's development has finally finished. That means the much anticipated RPG following Sora and Donald Duck and Goofy is set to hit its release date of January 29th. The game's director, Tetsuya Nomura, tweeted on the Kingdom Hearts Twitter account, "I'm proud to unveil an extended version of the trailer that's been playing in North American cinemas, and guess what? We've wrapped up development of Kingdom Hearts 3. If you haven't had the chance yet, now would be a good time to prep by playing 1.5 plus 2.5 and 2.8. Sure thing, buddy. Tons of gaming time available. It's not like Red Dead Redemption 2, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, and Fallout 76 just released recently or anything. Too many games. Did a Mexican actor accidentally announce Mortal Kombat 11? Well, like a Facebook relationship status, it's complicated. Game Informer Machine translated a tweet from Jose Eduardo Garza Escudero, who claimed he wouldn't be returning to voice the Spanish-speaking versions of Kung Lao and Reptile in Mortal Kombat 11. But later, he said he wasn't quite sure what Mortal Kombat project it is. I mean, I think we all know a new Mortal Kombat game is coming sometime, especially since developer NetherRealm released Injustice 2 back in May 2017, but nothing is official at this point, of course, so let's just say it's a maybe and move on. The Walking Dead, the final season has been reanimated. No, that's not quite right. Revived. Resuscitated. Resurrected. Ah, that's it. Resurrected. The perfect zombie verb for this very occasion. Surely no one else is clever enough to think of that. Anywho, Skybound Games is behind the effort, writing on its website, "Thank you for your patience while we worked with Telltale to take control of Telltale's The Walking Dead. It's been a ton of work logistically and legally to get us to a place where we're able to roll up our sleeves and get to the actual work. After Telltale shut its doors, the game was unfortunately unable to be worked on, and hence the release dates of episode 3 and 4 have been delayed. But we're excited to let you know that many of the talented, passionate team members who originally worked on the game are resuming development efforts today." That's really rad. Not only will we get to see Clementine's story come to a proper close, but ex-Telltale employees are rightfully the ones behind it. I'm really hoping most of it, if not all of the development team, got signed back on for this, but word is that isn't entirely the case, so let's keep hoping for the best for those affected by the shutdown. Speaking of revivals, Spyro Reignited Trilogy has fans fired up, and not in a good way, about the lack of subtitles for pre-rendered cutscenes. This is obviously frustrating for anyone who's hard of hearing or deaf. Eurogamer reached out to Activision for comment, with a spokesperson saying, "When Toys for Bob set out to make an awesome game collection, there were certain decisions that needed to be made throughout the process. The team remained committed to keep the integrity and legacy of Spyro that fans remembered intact." What? This is a terrible response and makes zero sense to me. Subtitles are the norm, and there's no reason they shouldn't be included in this Spyro compilation. We're in 2018 here. Let's get with the times and think of everyone. All right? Speaking of representation in games, Nico is the newest champion for League of Legends, and not only does the Curious Chameleon have an awesome name, but she's also gay. Esports spotted that Riot Games senior narrative writer Matt Dunn tweeted about her sexuality in response to a fan on Twitter. Dunn said, "She doesn't seem to. Nico does like female champions more than male champions. Nico identifies as a lesbian." I love seeing representation of the LGBTQ community in games, and it being brought to the forefront in big franchises like League makes for an inclusive industry we can all share in, and I love that. Spider who? Venom has proved you don't need the web slinger to crawl higher and higher up the worldwide box office charts. No. In fact, IGN noted that the Tom Hardy starring flick has now surpassed the totals of Star Wars: A New Hope and Guardians of the Galaxy. if you don't adjust for inflation though, just keep that in mind, by raking in over $780.5 million per Box Office Mojo. Oh, and regarding that pesky Peter Parker, Venom isn't far behind Spider-Man 2's $783.8 million. So nicely done, Venom. Meanwhile, I still haven't seen that movie. I really need to get out more. All right, while we're talking about films, I figured I'd mention the new Lego Movie 2 trailer has me pumped, hype, and feeling awesome. All those things at once. It looks like the sequel riffs off Mad Max Fury Road to begin with, and then yeah, totally sign me up for that. It also turns into a rescue mission down the line, but don't worry, none of that stops Emmett from being his overly optimistic and happy self. Are you looking forward to the sequel? Let me know in the comments. And now for a quick rundown of some of my picks for Black Friday deals worth checking out this holiday weekend. Though keep in mind, Cyber Monday is coming up and this show is airing before we have any knowledge on what those deals will be, so it might be worth holding out until then. Nonetheless, here's what you can get now if you're amped to get shopping. I'll admit I'm a huge fan of Amazon, and it's no surprise they are holding some stellar deals. Too many tempting deals to name all of them, if I'm to be completely honest. But for those looking for an Xbox One upgrade to the X 1TB version, the console is now running for $399 with free shipping, which is always a plus. If you're looking to get into some VR gaming finally, you can get this PlayStation VR bundle complete with the hot new VR title Astrobot Rescue Mission, as well as the action-adventure game Moss for just 270 buckaroos. Not too bad. And the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, perfect for when you get Smash Bros. Ultimate next month, is now $59.99. That's it for Amazon deals. Target brings you the best PlayStation console you can get, the 1TB PlayStation 4 Pro bundle, which comes complete with a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. What's not to like about this bad boy? Walmart has a 1-year PlayStation Plus subscription, usually $60, now is only $39.99. Totally worth it, if you ask me. Lastly, people are always telling me about how they eventually would love to get a Switch, and I always say that you should get one, because otherwise, what are you doing? Well, for $299, you can get a Nintendo Switch with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in hand straight away. It's the perfect bundle if you ask me. And that's it for deals. Not to say there aren't more deals out there worth checking out. There are so many, but those are just some of my picks. Think of it like my wish list, so to speak. Now to close this episode out, I'd love to hear about what games you guys have been playing / enjoying these past couple of weeks, because I've had my hands full with Red Dead Redemption 2, Blackout, and Rocket League, weirdly enough. Oh, and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Surprisingly though, given how busy I've been and with this cold, Rocket League has re-entered my life in the perfect way. I have a good group of friends that are on my skill level, and it's just good, no pressure fun. I'm never bummed when I lose because there are always fun moments throughout matches, and when I win, I get to show off to all my friends in the replay. I'm still terrible at aerial goals, but it doesn't change the fact that I do score, and more often than I thought I was capable of, which is nice. RDR2 has taken somewhat of a back burner due to the fact that at times they have dark storylines, and I'm just feeling something light these days. Something Rocket League always manages to deliver on. So, I guess my closing question to you is, do you have a go-to game that just is there for you whenever you're not in the mood for the latest trending game? Let me know in the comments. That's it for this week. I'm so glad you guys tuned in. Always very grateful to have you guys watching every week. And this week is Thanksgiving, and this was a Thanksgiving episode. I thought I'd make it a little special. If you like today's show, be sure to like it with a sub, a like, or a comment. Did I say like twice? I probably did. Now go eat some turkey or just any kind of food. Food is good in general. I like food. All right, I'll see you guys next week.